What's up, guys? I'm going to get straight into this video because a lot of the coins that we have been talking about on this channel for quite some time have massively taken off. And the thing is, whilst it's really, really great to see massive green, we don't make any money unless we bank profits. So that's what I want to focus on this video. It's going to be super quick, super fast, cover probably the ones that are mostly on your mind. So stick with me. Welcome. If you're new, this probably sounds hectic and rushed, but this is not going to be a normal video. Tomorrow I will do a longer live stream and we can go over chart requests and things like that. So be sure to join me tomorrow. But for today, I really just want to focus on whether or not you should be taking profits because specifically of Ethereum and where it's at right now. So we're going to get into that. Be sure to smash that like button, hit subscribe if you're not already subscribed, and let's go and have a look at this ETH pattern that I'm talking about. So let me take you back to previous videos where we talked about this pattern right here. So we definitely have our level 1 rise. We had our board meeting with the stop hunt that led to level 2, and we were awaiting the level 3. Now, this dip down here, I was hoping it would come back a little bit further for yet another entry for anyone who missed out on the first 2 entries. Didn't come back quite as low as I wanted, which makes it super, super bullish. And now when we have a look at this, it is in the process of not only completing the rises as according to the specific trading method that we trade on this channel, but also an Elliott wave. So when they're both combined, it's pretty significant. It does look like Ethereum probably will break its all-time high. However, I don't think that you should bank on that right now. I think if you have been in since these lows, getting to a wave 5 of an Elliott wave, anywhere in that area is somewhere where you should bank some profits, because what can follow wave 5 is a pretty significant correction. Now, I'm not saying that's going to happen today. We do have a news event that we have to keep an eye out for today, however, and that is the PPI and the unemployment claims. Okay, so keep an eye on those. They will come out at around, I believe it's towards the end of the UK session today. So definitely on smaller time frames, be looking for reversal signals around that news event. That's definitely going to tell you to lock in some profits if you've had some really significant profits or unrealized profits being made from this Ethereum trade. But if we can push it a little bit further for the rest of the day, great. And we need to have a look at lower time frames for that. So when we have a look at the 1 hour, you'll see here that this is the last wave that I just spoke about on the daily time frame. So the wave 5 on the daily is this right here, which equals these 3 levels on the 1 hour time frame. So again, you can see rise level 1, the consolidation, very shallow pullback, rise level 2, the consolidation, and now we're in rise level 3. So we need to start looking for topping out patterns anywhere from where the price is right now. At the time of me filming this, it's still the Asia session. So Asia does consolidate. It doesn't necessarily mean you make decisions off Asia. So what we really need to do is have a look how Asia is behaving so far today. And we can see that the initial low was put in at 47.06 and the initial high was put in at 47.88. So when UK and US start today, we don't really want to see price break the initial low of the day unless it breaks it with a stop hunt. If it breaks it with a stop hunt, then all it's doing is taking the liquidity below Asia's low, and there will be more upside to come. If it breaks it, however, and then cannot reclaim it, that means wave 5 is likely done here and we're coming for some sort of pullback. Not to say that that means it's over, but for people who have been waiting to buy significant dips, it might come then. It may also be way too early for that, which I do think it is. So ideally for me, I'm looking for a stop hunt move to the downside at worst case scenario, and then hopefully we can break the all-time high, and maybe that's where wave 5 finishes. However, the more I see price consolidate here, and if it cannot break today's initial high of the day, it's definitely somewhere to secure some profits. I'm not saying close your positions on ETH, but definitely bank something. You won't regret banking something. So this is what I'm looking for today. I don't make decisions in Asia. I wait for the UK or US. If I see any type of reversal signals in UK or US, especially around the news event, I will secure some profits on ETH. but my ETH position is a very long-term position. You can see here my position was open on ETH at 2,400. So even if we did have a significant correction, I don't think it's going to come back to 2,400. I would take some profit because this trade so far is up 31 ETH. So I will take some profit. That's what I'm looking to do today if we don't break the initial high of the day. And even if we do, if we break it and then there's topping out signals in one of the later sessions today, I will be looking to take some of this profit, wait for a significant pullback and put it back in because I'm still long-term bullish, but this may be a chance. But because we're at that level 3 rise in our trading system, it's not going to hurt to bank profits here. Now let's talk about Cardano, because this was a chart that I shared. And actually, we've been talking about Cardano a lot on this channel, not just myself, but also Pedro. Pedro gives you the fundamentals. I give you the technical analysis. And on this video right here was where I said this liquidity zone was actually going to be the trade of that stream. That stream was on the 29th of July. So this ADA setup was given to you last month. And if you have just waited for price to return to that zone, you can see the chart now. That's the zone right there. And we got the perfect 50% retest of that zone off the daily time frame 200 EMA. That was where to go long if you weren't already long on ADA. Even prior to this, I gave you ADA in this video right here where we talked about this second side W. It was actually a video prior to this, and then this was me following up to say how price had moved since that second side W. And again, just to show you, my entry on ADA personally is 0.62, which was from the first entry that I shared on the video, and then I added to it on this position. So my average entry at 0.62 is now sitting right down here. So once this run is done, again, if ETH does pull back, it might cause everything else to pull back. And as long as they pull back and create a higher low, again, I'll be looking to add to my position on ADA. So I'm not taking profits on Cardano personally because this is rise 1, this is the pullback, this is rise 2. So there should be more to go. A pullback with a higher low to take us into rise 3, and Cardano could come back up to at least these levels as the next point of resistance. So for me, I'm looking to add when there is a significant pullback. I'm not personally taking profit on this one. Being a crypto trader means most of your income is earned in crypto. And honestly, sometimes that can be really frustrating when it comes to spending in the real world. We work so hard analyzing charts, making trades, and building our portfolios. But what's the point if you can't actually enjoy those profits? This is my weekly ritual. I love buying myself fresh flowers to make my home feel beautiful and put me in a good mood. And when it comes to spending my crypto earnings on the things I love, I use the Kast card. Kast makes spending crypto as easy as using any regular debit card. You can top it with USDC, USDT, or other stablecoins, and it works instantly at over 150 million merchants worldwide. You can add it to Apple Pay or Google Pay, and it converts your crypto to dollars automatically at the point of purchase. And the best part? Their free K card gives you 4% cash back on all your spending. But I have the X card, which gets me 8% cash back, meaning my flowers today actually cost me 8% less than if I had paid any other way. And if you understand girl math, that basically means my flowers were free. If you want to start spending your crypto earnings on the things that make you happy, I recommend starting with the free Kast card. You can literally download it and set it up in under 2 minutes. No bank account required. If you use the link in my description, you'll get a 5% cash credit to get you started, but that's only for the month of July. Just make sure to check out their terms and conditions on their website before ordering your card. Trust me, being able to seamlessly spend your crypto profits on life's little luxuries is a game changer. Even XRP, when we have a look at XRP, the liquidity zone was given to you right here. We spiked into it on the breakout of this. On this particular setup, I said to see if we come deeper for a third, and if not, look for the break and retest. So we got that perfectly. We've moved out. It's not doing too much since, and there's a lot of wicks to the upside, so I'm a bit wary about XRP, but the entry was definitely presented there. Pengu is one to watch next for me. Maybe I'll cover this in more detail tomorrow, but this is basically a very typical bull market pattern. I call it the Binance listing pattern. I'll go over it in detail tomorrow, but I'm hoping that Pengu actually stays in this flag a little bit longer, and when it breaks out, that's going to be explosive. So if you're wanting to grab that trade with me, then consider joining Weeks, because we've got an exclusive exclusive bonus for our Trade Travel Chill fans right now. You can get 1,000 USDT plus 100% position airdrop just for downloading their app and doing a trade. So you get 10 USDT when you secure your account, and you only need to do that with a phone number and email. And then if you download the app, you get $1,000 position airdrop instantly on your first app login. So be sure to read the terms and conditions of this. The link is in the description down below. I've been having a really good time actually trading on weeks. I've been enjoying it myself, and I'll be looking to get this Pengu position. Hopefully we do get a bit more down before it breaks out, but this is a really, really good chart. Remind me if you join the live stream tomorrow to explain this to you in detail. LTC was another one that we gave on this channel. Now, it didn't come quite down into the liquidation zone, but it broke out of this retail pattern. Now, like you guys know, if you watch this channel, I don't personally trade retail patterns, but I pay attention to them when they're in the right part of the TBD system. So that means when they form after a level 1 rise and after a level 2 rise, I pay attention to them because that's when they're most likely to play out. So a level 1 rise, retracement, level 2 rise, retracement into level 3, that's when it was more likely to play out. When do they not play out? At level 3. So if we start to see a retail pattern form on LTC, especially because it's at this prior resistance right here, I will know that that's a trap. That's going to take more time because it's a daily time frame. Again, we can probably talk about that in detail tomorrow if you want to, but this was also another very successful trade given on this channel. AVAX is another one. Now, just be a bit wary of this. Actually, AVAX is very good for GridBot trading, by the way, which you can do on Pionex. Links to everything in the description down below for that. And they also have sign-up bonuses. And anyway, you guys know the deal if you watch this channel. Pionex is amazing for GridBot trading. And you always look for ranges like this. So this is a great range for it. However, it may be getting close to breaking out of the range. So just be careful of that. We got the perfect entry down here, but we do have 1, 2, 3 attempts at this range right here. You would expect that upon a higher low, the next attempt will break through. But again, I do believe that the altcoins are going to be dependent on Ethereum continuing its wave 5 and not being done yet. So keep a close eye on Ethereum. If you start to see topping out signals on Ethereum, it may pull back soon and that may bring your altcoins down. But if it does, it's a welcome opportunity because it's a second chance to buy dips. And let's talk about Link as well, because Link massively took off. Now, Link, again, I've also been in for a really long time. My position on Link was entered initially on the W and then on the retrace as well. So I have an average entry on Link. Let's have a look. It's around 14.14. So this trade is, again, risk-free, but I see this is a rise 1, this is a pullback, this is a rise 2. I was hoping we'd pull back into this area of interest for anyone who didn't get the first entries along with me. We didn't pull back there. It was too bullish. That happens, but I do still think that this has another rise to go. Like I said, 1 pullback, 2 should have a pullback or consolidation eventually and then go for rise 3. So if we do get a pullback or the consolidation anytime soon, again, being a daily time frame, that could take the rest of the month to happen, could even go into September before it happens. So this is definitely high time frame analysis, but another higher low eventually on Link, and I will definitely be adding to those positions. And all of these positions, guys, they're all taken as coin futures trades on BitGet, meaning that not only am I gaining from the fact that the price is going up, I'm actually gaining more Link as it goes up. I showed you the ETH trade. Yes, it's going up in value, but I've also gained another, I think it was 31 or 33 ETH, something like that, as a result of taking my trades as coin margin futures trades and not USDT trades. Because why do you want USDT in a bull market? You don't. You want to accumulate more of the coins that are massively bullish. And so that's what you use coin futures for. So check out BitGet for that. Check out Weeks for that sign up bonus. And I'll see you guys tomorrow.